The goal is, of course, you guys see, but you guys cannot identify that, okay, is it bug or not? Is it something I need to look at the quality point of view? And I do not blame anyone, because that's your goal. So this session is going not only do the hands-on, will tell you, oh, this is the issues. You should look into this. That's the how the quality starts. Good. So while I'm saying things, and the Patrick will be taking notes because he will be fixing, and you guys, the production will be taking the notes as well. And for the validation people, so you can see where like my eyes go. It says where I actually look at it and where I see the issues are there or issues are not. Good. Any question? So this should be like a reflection of the at least the last 5 months. And we read it like of course in the beginning maybe things did not go well on your brain, but today's one should be. And if you keep watching this couple of times, it should be your quality assurance should be done very well if you focus very closely and then identify the areas where you'll be actually focusing and shoot the quality. We'll be studying 12:30 is the lunch break, and then the 1:45 for the 15 minutes break, and the 2 to 2:30 will be like the open Q&As. Good deal? So we start all as with the, you guys will share a screen, right? Faria, who is going to start sharing the screen? Okay. So of course we start with the user story. The e-commerce, all the user story will be written. All. There is no single will be like the left. So the product probability will be creating next 3. All the user story will be the functionality will be converted into user story, and plus the new things the user story will be created because we will be fixing the bug or will be enhancing existing user story. Existing functionality. Who's going to do this? I'll start. Okay, sure. Okay, Fahmid, you go next after the Fahmid does the screen sharing. So understanding the user story is the key. One more time, understanding user story is the key. Understanding requirement is the key. Being productive with the application, start with the requirements. Being the best in the team, start with the requirements. Being respectable in the team, start with the requirements. So everything goes with the requirements. Not testing. I did not mention a time the testing. But once you understand the requirements, then everything becomes easier. Things follow the process. Because you can ask the good question, you become more comfortable to asking the question, and your question resonates in the team. But if you go with the intention only the testing, you will be caught up by people immediately. Okay, so do not go with the intention of the testing. Do with the understanding the application. Application is which application is working, and then go with the feature. Of course, you high level the feature. Then your end-to-end goal is step by step. You understand each of the user story, understand the prerequisite, understand the dependency. That's the 3 things, and the acceptance criteria. Once you understand them, sooner or later you'll be able to start testing. Okay, so your testing will be once you understand them. Of course, now you know this. To start testing, you need to either Notepad or Word documents or the Excel or the testing tool. You can write the test cases, and all of you know to execute test cases, you need the test data. Correct? So that part is also needed. Remaining is all ready to go. The developer developing, the DevOps engineer deployed on the test environment, you are all ready to go. Many times in the beginning of the project, you test in the development environment. That's not the preferable, but you have to. Okay? And in this case, yeah, you can, but the testing does not provide the accurate outcome when you test in the development environment. So you're always the dedicated, the environment is test environment. Okay. So See, we start with the, let's say, for example, you don't have the e-commerce because we showed you, so you can like the reverse engineering. So you guys see, but think about today, we do not have any e-commerce application. We only have the requirements. So you guys know, because last 5 months we developed a new functionality. You guys saw that, unless you guys slept. You guys were sleeping. That's a different thing, because the IT interview was last 5 months. What the produce here, right? IT interview ready.com. You guys don't know that. You guys know that? Yeah. Automation.ts for your last 5 months we developed, right? Affiliation. Test validator. API testing. Right? How many features we have built last 5 months? Right? Yeah, validator, yeah. How a lot. If each of you just take 2 features at a time to test, it can take 6 months. Because this feature that only continue develop and continue the bug fixing. The feature never stop developing, by the way. It just unfortunately just continue develop, continue bug fixing enhancing. So if you observe the last 5 months, we have developed a lot of features. That is like all we are using here, and we have hundreds of bugs. So, should I not too clear? Jannat, I cannot hear you even. Can you talk? Sound is not clear. Sound is not clear. Is this for everybody?
Yes, sound is not clear.
Oh
Yes, sometimes like it's go ups and down.
How? Is it good now? Is it good now?
Yeah, it's looking good.
Why people do not say I accept that? That's good. Means she is focusing. Is it good now?
I think you were sick, that's why the sound has problem.
Problem. I am sick still. She's probably right. Mom, my throat maybe is not clear yet. She is right in some part. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, better.
Okay. Yeah.
The throat is fine. Is something wrong with that?
Microphone. Okay. But please stop me if you guys do not listen to that clearly. Okay. So again, if someone asks you the testing approach, I'm not going to the interview process, but I'm telling you, we start always with the requirements. Okay. So we will be covering the lots of the e-commerce requirements, and then the backend, which is the API. Then they will be actually showing the front end. Then as well as the how to analyze the requirements, then also analyze the story as well. I did not look at this user story until now. So it will be a good practice for you how you can ask the question to the product owner or the business analyst when you read the requirement. This next 30 minutes should be able to help you, and should be able to build your confidence how to ask question. Reading the user story. So go back to the user story. Who is you? Okay, user story. I do not need to go. Okay, I think we did the cover. Do you guys want the sign up again? Go with the sign up. Where's the sign up? There is something we can do. Okay. Good. No. You don't need to. Okay. So as usual, I should be able to register. I scroll down a little bit. Okay, so understand the prerequisite and understand the dependency. Prerequisite means actually something I need, otherwise I cannot work. So anything, for example, you need the browser, right? You need the internet, right? And you need the and the code is need to be ready. It's kind of prerequisite, but dependency is different. Dependency is you cannot do the sign up if you do not have a valid email ID. You can use anybody's name, first name, last name, but you cannot complete successfully sign up because it triggers the OTP. So OTP does not go to the fake email. So dependency and prerequisite, different thing. Any question? Quickly checklist. If you guys do not understand, checklist so we can actually clarify again. Dependency and prerequisite, two different things. If you want to test a vehicle, the first prerequisite you need the vehicle or you need the bench. So that's the prerequisite. Dependency is if one requirement is dependent on another requirement, that's the dependency. Make sense? So it's a different than the prerequisite. Understand this. Okay, I do not want to read those. You guys can read. Scroll down a little bit. Scroll down. Stay there, stay there. So now, yep. So now you see that you guys did not see the API specification before. Okay, you guys have seen what is called only the user story. Solution architect or the system architect or the technical architect or the senior software engineer or the software architect, they all work together, or one person based on the company, they actually write the API specification. Okay, they write the API specification, then it goes to the developer. So what is the API specification? Means what each field will be doing. What each field will be accepting the data. Because now we know what is the string data type, what is integer data type, what is Boolean data type, what is double data type, right? So actually the API specification is you are specifying what type of data user is sending, and system means backend is evaluating, means the running the logic, and based on the logic and backend is storing into the database. So basically, whatever field you see, everything in the database as well. The left side is column, right side is row. In the payload, left side is database table, right side is database. Sorry, left side is database column, and right side is database row. So you see this now? Things is connected. So for example, if you're sending it from your vehicle, like you're sending something, it goes
Hello.
to the yes.
Your mic is giving issue yet.
Again. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm getting my Bluetooth. Okay. It should be good now.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good now?
Yes.
It should be good now, right? No, I know. Yeah, for the remote people. Can you guys hear me now?
Much better.
Yes. Yeah, it's better.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's reset the whole thing again. So of course you guys know this. You guys learned the things different way. The one areas was easy. Now actually you're connecting the dot. So based on the vanilla English language or any language user story, your architect or based on the project, system engineer does not involve. It's the architect most of the time. They actually write the API specification. Actually, architect does everything, designing the whole project. So the API specification means when the user does action from the front end, can be the mobile app, can be the desktop app, can be browser or another device. So they're from the user interface, they are sending information. Those information actually, give me the control. Can you give me the control? Okay. How can I do that? Good. So again, all you know the API, but now you are connecting the dot. So based on the first part, this part, okay, and actually when the architect understand, they actually write the API specification. API specification means how the communication should be happening, okay, in general. Yes, well, yes, integration. And then they come up with what is the action type. So they know this. Now we already know what the method does. Means it's an English verb. And this one, of course, is relevant. Whatever we use the story. That's not like a big deal. This part is important. This part is super important. It is storing in a table. If it is the relational database, storing in a table. If it is a non-relational database like the MongoDB, e-commerce is not relational database. It's the MongoDB. MongoDB is documented database. Documented means MongoDB's the format is JSON. It's not the relational database, table and column. Even though things look like the table and column. But the mechanism is the same. For the MongoDB, it is storing in a JSON format. It's called the collection. Like the Postman collection, MongoDB, they call each table as a collection. Just for your understanding. And relational database is called the table. In the relational database, you have a table. One table has a row and the column. Column is your left side. And the row is your right side. So row is the user data, column is the data type. Okay? Yes, you can ask, that's fine. Column is actually where the architect of the system is designed, like the data type, like the date. That's the column. The integer, that's the column. String, first name, last name, date of birth. This is all the column name. So it means you already see this is data type. Data type means what type of data user should be sending. And the row is the actual user data. In the same way, MongoDB area, the one part is key, another part is value. What is it name? Pratik, am I right? What is this called? Key pair, right?
Yes, the key pair well.
Okay, so in MongoDB, it's called the key pair. So this is the key, it is the key, right? And this is the value, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the correlation is the same. Mongo store as a JSON, and the relational database, they store in the table. Table has the column, means your data type, row means your value. Your value means the user data. Okay, so now you see the backend has the strong connection with the database. So backend is directly connected with the database. Any application you work, when you send data from the mobile app, it does not go to the database at all. Okay, when you send data from the vehicle, it does not reach out to the database at all. It does not have the power. It goes to the backend first. The backend make the decision based on the data you send and based on your permission. Okay, so backend is connected all the modern application backend is connected with the database. Can be relational database, can be the MongoDB, no non-relational database. So now you understand the data, the payload, and then the payload status code also decided by the architect. So you learned the 200, 400, 400, 400. That's the general HTTP code the industry-wide use. But for your requirement, this will be different. Description will be different. Based on your requirement, your description will be different. If it is the vehicle, it will say vehicle is not found. VIN number is invalid, or you are sending the wrong PIN code, right? So you see this, based on your requirements, this code description will be different. So you cannot, if someone asks you what is the 400 means, just do not say battery code. You do not, that's the like the industry wording. you have to refer from your application. My user is sending the wrong credential, right? And I'm sending the wrong, like the credit card information. I'm sending the wrong password, right? I'm sending the wrong data type. So your information, your answer has to be different if you do the actual application testing. Okay.
Based on the requirement, the status code also could be different,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Not only the description.
Yeah. Yes, the description code will be different. Yes, each of the requirement code can be different. Yes, the way it makes sense to the team. Okay. So that's the actually aligned with this payload. Okay. So now last part. Response body. So where did the response body come from? That's come from the backend server. Yes, response body come from the backend server. So of course, backend server does not have the data, right? Backend server does not have the data. So of course, when you send a request based on the request type, backend communicate with the database and they make a decision. And backend does not tell the front end, okay, I talked to the database, this is the request, this is the what I heard. Backend just simply say you requested, either allowed or you are disallowed. Simple. So, but backend actually communicate back and forth with the database, make sure this either data is exist or data is not exist. But logical decision is made by the backend, which is the code, right? Any question? So that's the way the every requirements will go through. And if you understood the 10 minutes, your career is shape up. Means any industry you work, you're good. There is no issues. Okay.